In this lesson, we're going to talk about the defensive stand-up. This is how you get up safely without getting hit. When someone is standing over you, we have to make sure that when we stand up, we do so in a very safe way. We are blocking, we are able to know exactly what's going on, and we can create the space in order to stand up. After you fall, we want to come up to one hip. So as I'm here, I come up to one hip. Now this hand can be on the floor, or I may still be with my elbow on the floor. I may not have gotten my upper body up enough. So once I get my hand up, I want my other hand to be up for blocking. So I'm going to be on this hand and on this hip, same side. Now my other leg, my knee is going to be up. So I'm in this position. Whatever hand I have up is not going to ever drop to the ground. The only time it would drop to the ground is if I change sides. And I only change sides if it is absolutely necessary. For the basic defensive stand-up, I'm going to be in this position. This hand is here to block any oncoming punches. From here, we're going to go over the basics of how to get to our feet and then what to do if they are crowding us. And then we'll have some examples to show you how it works. So from right here, the first thing I want to do is lift my weight up on my hand and my foot. So in this case, it is my left hand and my right foot that's on the floor. My left leg is laying flat. So from here, I'm going to lift myself up. Now, in most cases, that's actually easier than most people think it is. So from here, I'm going to lift myself up and then pull that leg back. So I lift up, pull back, stand up. Now, I understand there are people that have limitations, knee problems, or it's just hard to do at first. So we have a few different versions of how to do this. So here, we can look at this and do it in stages. So I'm going to lift, and if you cannot get yourself completely off the floor, that's okay. You can lift yourself up enough that you can slide this leg back. So as I'm here and get to your knee, from right here, then I will pull my leg in and stand up. The main thing about this technique is to make sure that we do not drop this hand. At any point, if I am in this position and go to get up, if I turn this hand over and stand up, I've now turned my back on the person that's attacking me. They could kick me, they could punch me, they could grab me, they could do anything to me. So I want to make sure that I keep my hand up and I keep my attention in their direction. Now, what are my options if they are crowding me? Well, first off, we can actually slide back. So right here, using the hand that I'm posting on and the foot that I'm posting on, I can actually slide back and move as I need to. I can rotate. But a person can still move on their feet faster than you can move from a sitting position. So sometimes we have to kick to create space. You can do this a few different ways. One is by using this leg. So as you lean back on your hip, you can use this leg to kick. You cannot get a tremendous amount of power, but a lot of times you can kick to the groin or something along those lines to allow you the space that you need to get up. Another kick that you can do is when you lift your hip up off the floor. So if you can lift your hip up off the floor, you can use this leg, boom, to kick here and then pull back to a standing position. Okay, so you're on the floor. Whether you lift your hip up and go all the way out or whether you slide back to your knee, it's fine. We're going to run through 3 of these right now. So we're here and lift ourselves up, come back, stand up. And go. And go. Okay, now this is something that you want to practice quite often. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a few examples of how this works with a partner. Now, we will build up the intensity as we go, as you can see. Be careful. Once you start working with a partner, those kicks, you want to just reach out and touch the person with your foot. Another great way to practice the kicks is actually against a bag or something along the lines of that. So you can lift yourself up and throw the kick and try to work to get your body behind your kick as much as possible. I hope you have a better understanding of how this works. Now remember, as you're practicing this with a partner, make sure that you slowly build up your intensity. That guy's my brother, and he and I have been training together for a very long time. So our time to build up the intensity is a lot shorter than it would be if you are just new to these type of techniques. Make sure you start off slow, you work it slow for quite some time until you can get it going fast. And then you notice that toward the end, he was actually wearing gloves. You could actually get some gloves and allow a partner to try to hit you nicely, obviously, as you are trying to stand up. The honest truth about this is, no matter how good you get at this, you are probably going to get hit in this situation. So the goal is to minimize that and to get up with as little damage as possible. And it takes training and it takes practice in order to get there.